Okay, so before this video starts, I want to tell you that this is going to be a three-part series. Today is the first part, which is about the feminism and how they get offended over every single video game that's ever existed. I just want to give you a little idea of that because I want to make this three parts so I can post this video today and entertain you guys while also working on the other ones. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to look out for the second and third video, like and subscribe. And yeah, so the second part will be about SJWs, social justice warriors, and the third part will be about boomers, or about old people that don't understand video games whatsoever, and they just complain about it because it's different and their kids aren't exactly going outside 24/7. So yeah, if you guys wanna see part 2 and part 3, make sure to like the video, and let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Yes, a video that took me more than 2 seconds to make. It's actually a Blue Moon experience today. Today, I would like to comment on what is called anti-video games media, or at least that's what I call it. This media consists of SJWs, or social justice warriors, feminists, and old people that don't understand video games and blame them for the world's problems, even though they sit on their couch all day watching football. Just because video games are different, they obviously have oblivious haters that don't know exactly what they are talking about. Most of the media is shown on the public news or blogs that someone's corpse grandma typed out with their fingers as frail as KFC chicken. Speaking of KFC chicken, you may know a person that is famous for being negative towards video games. This woman is widely known as Anita Sarkeesian. If you somehow haven't heard her name, you definitely have seen a picture of her. This woman is a humanoid existence of the entirety of the stupidity mob against video games and how they portray women in a negative light. Obviously, I'm not here to agree with some stupid and outrageous points, but then again, I do want to make it as unbiased as I can, since I do seem to be a man. Anita Sarkeesian published a video called Damsel in Distress Part 1 on March 7th, 2013 to immediate hate and criticism. And fair enough, because she made points that in video games, the woman is always the person you need to save, and that the video game industry hates women, even though in many games the protagonist is a woman. Maybe I could see 30 years ago when video games were just being made that some games had some offensive aspects that targeted women, but that wasn't the norm. Most games were neutral, and even if the majority of people at the time in real life weren't. But before I go on too much of a rant, let's check out this video and why it was so much hate, and there was so much hate around it, so let's get into it.
And who might you be, animal girl?
My name is Crystal. Pretty cool, right? Well, it would have been, except the game never got released. As development on the project neared completion, legendary game designer Shigeru Miyamoto joked about how he thought it should be the third installment in his Star Fox franchise instead. Over the next 2 years, he and Nintendo did just that. They rewrote and redesigned the game and released it as Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube in 2002. In this revamped version, the would-be protagonist Crystal has been transformed into a damsel in distress and spends the vast majority of the game trapped inside a crystal prison, waiting to be rescued by the new hero, Fox McCloud.
It's actually quite disappointing that people like this complain over the maker of the games making it a way they wanted to. It's their game, they want to make it how it is, and they're not making it in a sexist attitude or anything. They're just trying to make their game as good as possible. It doesn't mean they're automatically bad people. The game wasn't made to be sexist. It was made to be a third installment of the Star Fox franchise. And just to say, that game, the Dinosaur Planet, it looked so bad. And that wasn't just my opinion. It was lots of people's opinion inside the comment section. The game just did not look good. Who wants to play a game called Dinosaur Planet? It's just It's actually kind of stupid that just because it has a woman protagonist, it's automatically an amazing game. Nintendo wouldn't have changed the game if the game didn't need changing. Also, a damsel in distress is a type of character, not a sexist jab at a community. Do you think men say it's sexist when they're portrayed as bullies or wimps? No! They wouldn't, because they are not those things, and neither are most of the women in the world. So what is the point of fighting a battle without having evidence on your side that you are desperately trying to push?
The in-game action sequences that were originally built for Crystal were converted to feature Fox instead. Crystal is given a skimpier, more sexualized outfit.
Wow, she's beautiful. What am I doing?
And yes, that is cheesy saxophone music playing to make sure it's crystal clear that she is now an object of desire, even while in suspended animation.
This point that she just made, it may make sense the first time you hear it, but if you listen to it for more than one time, you could realize that she tried to put down a video game for making, a girl look good, you know? But isn't that the whole point of putting on makeup, wearing earrings, or wearing nice clothes, wearing all that, to be desired? Isn't that the whole point? Look, what's so wrong with video games just being video games and wanting to be themselves when there are literally squats like this that can't do anything with their life, so they literally have to criticize everything about every single video game, which some video games, they deserve criticism, that's for sure. Battlefront 2, it deserved criticism. Now that it's a good game, that's nice. But the sad thing is, she does not know what she is talking about, because she's talking about, hey, it's bad that there's good looking girls in video games. So you want the opposite of that. But then wouldn't you be mad that they're portraying women as big ugly beasts and monsters? Of course you would, because you complain about everything. It's not the video game's fault for wanting to be the video game. It's your fault for being offended from something that shouldn't even have offended you. The Star Fox franchise, though it is old, it's still a staple in video games. And how dare people want to make their own video games how they want to make it, and make it the way they want to, you know? And they weren't turning that girl into an object. She was captured. Do you want to like go away from the story? You don't want to tell us what happened in the storyline, right? Because that would kind of devalue your argument. You'd be like, hey, girls locked up. How dare you? How dare you? Lock the man up. Lock the man up. And it's so stupid, because instead of it being equality, being all, hey, let's all be equal, and I do agree with that. It's more, if there isn't diversity or there isn't feminism inside video games, we are gonna shut that crap down. It's like, what? Why can't we just be neutral, like how it used to be, and not have to worry about all those problems, just being entertained? What happened to that? But that's an argument that I'm trying to make, but probably gonna be devalued, because they're gonna be like, there are problems in video games that came out maybe like 20 years ago. You know, that this game, Star Fox, is so old. I can't believe you're bringing this up as a point. There are no more video games now have female leads, because they are getting politicized, and most of them are good games, but some of them are terrible because of how much politicization they put into the game. That's just how the world works. So since I want to get this video out by today, the time of recording this, I want to turn this into a 3-part series. The first part that was today was about was about feminists. Tomorrow's gonna be about SJWs, and then the day after that's gonna be about baby boomers. So if I'm gonna put a poll in the top right now, if you guys want me to post every 2 days, every 3 days, it being mediocre content, or if you want me to post like every week with high quality content that I want to make, that I could put time and effort into it, and not all of it just be reaction commentary and topic commentary. I could like make like a video game review or something. If you guys want that, pull up there. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Tomorrow, or the next time you're gonna see this video, or next part of this video, will be about SJWs and how they get offended over everything, even if it's not directed towards them. So, you know, you're just gonna have to wait for the video. It's gonna be hopefully good. And yeah, so like and subscribe, or I will kneecap your grandma. Goodbye.